Hi, I'm Dee Dlugonski, and I am the coordinator for the Active Women's Health Initiative. I am so excited to be here today to kick off our career series where we are spotlighting careers in health and medicine. We're telling you about how we got to the careers we chose and things that influenced us along the way. So I will kick us off, and then you'll get to hear over the next several weeks from my colleagues who are in slightly different careers, and they're going to tell you their story about how they got to the careers that they're passionate about today. So from the time I was a little girl, I loved to be in school, and I also loved to move. And my favorite way to move was to swim. So I started swimming on a team when I was 9 years old, and I continued all the way through college. And that experience taught me a lot about how my body worked, how to best perform, how to push my body to its physical limits. And in the process, I became really interested in how we can get other people to move their bodies, to be active, and to be healthy. And so I studied kinesiology in college. It's a big fancy word that captures understanding the body, how it works, and how it moves. And so after college, I spent a few years as a swim coach. I took what I learned from my own sport experiences and combined them with my major, my degree in kinesiology, and I became a coach, first at the University of Connecticut and then at Penn State University. And I loved working with student athletes, both men and women, to help them perform their best in the pool, to swim as fast as they possibly could and have the similar experience that I had as a student athlete. But I had lots of questions. I had athletes who were amazing athletes, but they didn't believe in themselves. And so that question about why that was took me back to graduate school. And graduate school is where you go after you finish college. When you still have questions, you still want to learn more, and you haven't quite, you haven't learned all that you need to learn yet. So I went back to graduate school at the University of Illinois and got my PhD in kinesiology. And the PhD is a degree that focuses on research. You ask questions, you learn from data, from evidence to answer your questions in a systematic way. And so I became a researcher while I was at the University of Illinois. I also became a teacher so that I now can teach college students who are 18 to 22 and sometimes outside of that range, about the things that I love and the things that I've learned throughout my school and my research. So now in my current position as the coordinator for the Active Women's Health Initiative, I do research. So I ask questions about how the world works, like why are some people active and some people are not very active? Why are girls and women less active than boys and men sometimes? And I answer those questions using a systematic process. And I'm sure that many of you will be learning about this in school and in the coming months. I also sometimes teach students. So I take what I learned in my research and through my school and my career, and I teach other people. And in my current position, I also do a lot of outreach. So I work in the community along with my colleagues to try and encourage people to be active and move their bodies to live healthy lives. So I have had a blast in my career thinking about movement and following the things I loved to find my current position and my current job. So I hope that this helps you to understand a little bit about my background. I hope it brings up some questions that you might have about what is a researcher, what is a scientist, how do you learn to be a teacher, a good teacher, and I would love to answer any questions you have and tell you a little more about my story if you're interested. So thanks for watching, and I hope that you'll tune in next week where we will feature another career and someone else talking about their path to the career they chose.